chapter 15 called Devotion to the Supreme Spirit. Krishna speaks. There is a fig tree in ancient story, the giant Aswatha, the everlasting, rooted in heaven, its branches earthward. Each of its leaves is a song of the Vedas, and he who knows it knows all the Vedas. Downward and upward, its branches bending, are fed by the gunas. The buds it puts forth are the things of the senses. Roots it has also, reaching downward into this world. The roots of man's action. What its form is, its end and beginning, its very nature can never be known here. Therefore, a man should contemplate Brahman until he has sharpened the axe of his non-attachment. With this axe, he must cut through the firmly rooted Aswatha tree. Then he must try to realize that state from which there is no return to future births. Let him take refuge in that primal being, from whom all this seeming activity streams forth forever. When men have thrown off their ignorance, they are free from pride and delusion. They have conquered the evil of worldly attachment. They live in constant union with the Atman. All craving has left them. They are no longer at the mercy of opposing sense reactions. Thus they reach that state which is beyond all change. This is my infinite being. Shall the sun lend it any light, or the moon, or fire? For it shines self-luminous always, and he who attains me will never be reborn. Part of myself is the God within every creature, keeps that nature eternal, yet seems to be separate. Putting on mind and senses five, the garment made of Prakriti. When the Lord puts on a body or casts it from him, he enters or departs, taking the mind and senses away with him, as the wind steals perfume out of the flowers. Watching over ear and eye, and presiding there behind touch and taste and smell, he is also within the mind. He enjoys and suffers the things of the senses. Dwelling in flesh, or departing, or one with the gunas, knowing their moods and motions, he is invisible always to the ignorant, but his sages see him with the eye of wisdom. Yogis who have gained tranquility through the practice of spiritual disciplines behold him in their own consciousness. But those who lack tranquility and discernment will not find him, even though they may try hard to do so. The light that lives in the sun lighting all the world, the light of the moon, the light that is in fire, know that light to be mine. My energy enters the earth, sustaining all that lives. I become the moon, giver of water and sap, to feed the plants and the trees. Flame of life in all, I consume the many foods, turning them into strength that upholds the body. I am in all hearts. I give and take away knowledge and memory. I am all that the Vedas tell. I am the teacher, the knower of Vedanta. There are two kinds of personality in this world, the mortal and the immortal. The personality of all creatures is mortal. The personality of God is said to be immortal. It is the same forever. But there is one other than these, the impersonal being, who is called the Supreme Atman. He is the unchanging Lord, who pervades and supports the three worlds. And since I, the Atman, transcend the mortal and even the immortal, I am known in this world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Reality. He who is free from delusion and knows me as the Supreme Reality knows all that can be known. Therefore, he adores me with his whole heart. This is the most sacred of all the truths I have taught you. He who has realized it becomes truly wise. The purpose of his life is fulfilled.